I'm honest, we came here and with a genuine, quiet belief around maybe getting a result here. We've demonstrated that against some of the best teams that when we get it right, we can be competitive. And I thought that we started the game reasonably aggressively in the first 30 minutes. I didn't think we gave up many opportunities. I think that we frustrated Hearts without causing them too many problems apart from the Cam Congrave's effort. And then we lost a really poor goal, and then a second one quite quickly after that. And one of the real disappointments for me is that we came into this game and we're the only side in the Premier League not to lose a goal from a corner kick, and we lost 2 today. And when you come to play the top of the table team, the one thing you can't do is lose 2 goals from set plays, and that's really disappointing because we really pride ourselves on that organisation. So that made it a real uphill task for us, and in the end, we found ourselves on the end of a 4-0 defeat and against a very good Hearts side.
That's the thing, you can't give them goals easily, can you? They're going to come and take some anyway, aren't they?
Absolutely, and like I said, for 30 minutes I thought we were very competitive. But when we lose a goal, we have to show the right mentality and see those phases of the game out, and we didn't manage to do that. And to lose a goal from a set play, the second one was a real hammer blow, and you could see them, the confidence around them at that time, and we really struggled to deal with that at times.
Going forward as well, disappointed that you couldn't, that I think there's no shots on target. Is that a frustration that you can have?
A massive frustration, of course it is. I've said all along, I'm not hiding from this fact that we have to create more opportunities, there's no doubt. But equally, we're trying to find a balance between staying in games, being competitive, and creating opportunities. But that's disappointing, of course it is.
It's important to raise the players after this as well. When you get Rangers next, it's a difficult task again, isn't it?
Of course, but we had a really disappointing afternoon at Pataudry, where we had a very similar result, and we responded in the best possible manner by winning the game against Celtic at Dens. We've got to demonstrate that same mentality, that same response, that same resilience, and there's no reason why we can't respond in the best possible way next Sunday.
That the difficult thing for you as a manager, the big challenge for you to harness what you have seen with your team over various games and bring it together on a more consistent basis?
That's the challenge, if I'm honest, that the job is a real challenge. I understand that. I think most of the pundits, most of the bookies had us favourites for relegation, which we understand. But I think the big thing for ourselves is that we continue to try and progress. And we have shown progression. We were good against Falkirk for long periods of the game last week. We were good against Celtic. And then we get a setback. That's part of the journey. And we have to respond in the best possible manner by working hard again this week on the training ground and getting a positive result next Sunday.
Simon seemed irate when he came off. Was that just coming off, or was there something that had happened on the pitch that had angered him more?
No, I think he's just frustrated, and I understand that. We didn't create a lot of opportunities today. He's had a little bit of a fragmented season in terms of his training, but I thought he looked sharper today. I thought that for the first time he's had 2 weeks on the training ground, back to back, and I think that showed, and it'll just take time.